Good morning, Beans. It's Roy here. Roy Thomas Dow. That's my label. Label so that you can picture. If you picture, you can see. I've done, this is Finding Heaven number 6. And this is the beginning of my ministry. What does that mean? It's a spiritual work. Well, I mean, it's been going on for some time, I know. But I just feel I'm responding. I'm doing this because I'm actually responding to a video that I saw of a younger person on a YouTube, and she was saying that there's lots of like tarot and stuff, and yeah, I mean, but the spirituality wise, there's lots of manifestation and all this sort of stuff, and you know, being a creator, but she said it still didn't do it for her. I can't remember the words she used, but ultimately what she was saying resonated with me to the point where I felt I wanted to share my truth, to sow seeds of truth in others' minds so that they can become aware of my truth in the same way, and then expand on that truth and see things as I see them. That sounds terribly arrogant, and it's not meant to. It's just truth. You can't help truth. Truth is just truth. I want to say something else as well. I've been here a few years in this flip. So, and I was born in Essex. I've got a very definite way of being. I swear, cunt, shit, funk, wank, piss, and all the rest of it, bollocks, whatever you want to say. If you're still breathing, that means that words don't actually kill you. And regardless of what you think of the words that other people use, I don't want you to be offended by language. I've got this. It's not a fear that you'll run away because you'll hear. It's that idea of you'll judge because you're worrying about something, usage, and it's like, you know, just they're words. Words are words. Get over them, all right? And don't be so fucking judgmental. So, truth. Let's talk about truth. I'll try to do this quickly rather than. And I've put some crap on the board, some stuff on the board to help. This is my new place. I've been here a few weeks. Anyway, let's crack on. So, where do I begin at the beginning? I've done lots of videos, I've written books, I've done music, I've done all sorts of stuff, and it's all expression. I believe that certainly with my writing and my music, there is a lot of spiritual essence there to help and draw out from within yourself or yourselves greater awareness, a shared awareness, you know, like in poems like Bubble World and things like this. And another one which I can do that, yeah, I can read this. I'll read you a poem just to start, and even though this seems all over the place, don't worry about it. It's just the way I am. I just do things. Hold on, I'll read that. Let's read this. You ready? So, I am the sun, I am the moon, the stars that fill the sky. I'm every word you ever said and all your dreams you see with I. I am your joy, your fear, your hate, your sadness and your doubt. The lustful whispers from the beast, the anger when you shout. That I am all these things and more, in fact there's only me. The eye of one that sits within the tree of life, you see? Every little breath you take consolidates the form. The love of me creating you as it is the norm. But you can only be a me when you are of an I that simply lets the love flow through the self, descending from the sky. If you are you and not a me as only I can be, then you are just a beast of ego, never to be free. I hear every word of judgment, every word of fear. I see you cause the grief and sorrow, causing every tear. I see you can't forgive, forget. It traps you at the gate, cycling in the child's mind, just stuck within a fate. Love yourself and love your children, love all other beings. Love, of course, is all there is. Know this. Don't dwell in past or dwell in future, only being present now. Every truth you'll find within, and now I tell you how. Let awareness find the silence in the darkness of within. There's the only place I am. Nice to see you, Gungadin. Anyway, there's a poem. I wrote that on the 8th of April 25. There you go. So, what is a ministry? A ministry is a spiritual work. This is my spiritual work. It's a continuation. It's been going on for years. So, our only job is to love self and all creation, which includes other self. That's it. End of story. Good night. God bless. No other fucking about. There is no relevance in Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is not a person. I'm going to come back to this. All right? I don't care what anyone says or thinks. You are wrong. End of story. Make no fucking mistake here. Okay? There is no such person as Jesus Christ. In fact, I'm going to deal with it now. Christ is a perception. It's a perception of self within as divine. Within. This is not an intellectual perception of carnal mind. Oh, we've broached something there, haven't we? Okay, so let's carry on. The only things that you have to do, I'm going to come back to this, I'll come back to this, let's start here. So, questions. What is it all about? What are you here for? What are you got to do? I'll tell you what you've got to do. What is it about me that is not loving, and fix it? If you're a cunt to anyone, if you're an arsehole, if you're mean, spiteful, demeaning, if you judge someone. I work at a place at the moment where I sell RVs. I'm going to be redundant in 6, 7, 8 weeks, whatever, because senior management are useless and they've watched it go like that for years. That's just my emotion coming out because of the situation I feel for them. I don't give a shit really, because I'm just moving on. I just get frustrated when truth isn't apparent. But I say that instantly, yeah, I'll leave that there. So, emotion is always there, you have to keep it under control. That's the point. And how do you do that? Well, you just pause, you just be still, and you just be quiet, okay? What is it about me that is not loving? All right? If you're selfish, if you're mean, if you're self-centered, if you're thoughtless, if you're uncaring, if you're not polite, if you're not courteous, these are things that are cost less to the individual. They don't cost anything, do they? So it's easy for people to give these sentiments and share this with people. Love and thought and consideration and stuff like this. These are good things. Yeah. Again, I keep saying this. People talk about unconditional love. There is no such thing. People need to stop referencing. I'm telling you, I don't care who the fuck you are. Whether you're the fucking Pope, or whether you're a fucking king, whether you're a prime minister, a head of government, whether you're a fucking mum or a child. There is no such thing as unconditional love. Get it into your fucking heads. Fuck me dead, you're idiots sometimes. When you reference shit, you validate something else. Don't you get it? I'll say that again. When you say something, you validate something else. So if you say unconditional love, that means conditional love is in your framework. Do you get it now? So, there is only love. End of story. Good night, God bless. Alright, I get really frustrated sometimes. I keep saying stuff and it's like, are you fucking deaf? There is only love. And if you're not love, then you're not in the right place of mind. I want to come back to this. What is it about me that is not loving? Fix it. That's it. Loop. What is it about me that is not loving? Fix it. Next. What is it about me that is not loving? Fix it. And all this is ultimately the shit that has been laid onto you as conditioning through your family lineage and society and the pricks in the schoolrooms and everywhere else, in government. Anyone that seeks power and to control is weak and is nothing. Understand that. You know, there is no substance to your being. It's just worthless. There is only divinity. Okay? And divinity does not need a thing. It doesn't even need to breathe. It doesn't need life. Yeah? Because divinity created that notion of life. And awareness, it's conscious. That conscious being. That sense of extending love. That's all it is. Right. Go forward. Extending the love of the big G. How? Well, you just bear witness. You just don't worry about stuff. Now, there is this idea of creation, and you know, there is so much on the internet and on YouTube in particular, because I suppose there might be other places as well, I don't go there, in the sense of manifestation, all right? So, excuse me, when you manifest, you're responding to a perception of need. All manifestations to do with health, love, and happiness, yeah, that's, if you're seeking it, then you're lacking it. I'll say that again. What you seek, you lack. I'll let it sink in. What you seek, you lack. So, but I don't have this. Okay, so I watched a video last night on the tube, which was quite good, actually. I watch stuff to learn. I don't know everything, although I do know everything because we all know everything, because we are one. Collectively, of course we know everything. We know everything that was thunked before. We know everything that's been thunked now. And we've got a pretty good fucking idea what's going to be thunked tomorrow. Yeah? So, that's only because we're in control of what's thunked tomorrow. So we can choose which way to go. There's only two ways to go. 1, 2, right? You can go towards love, or you cannot. This isn't this idea of, oh, it's unconditional love. Fuck unconditional love. If you keep saying that, you're a fucking idiot. Stop it. If you say unconditional love, you validate conditional love. Can you see that now? It's just frustration. It's like the world. I can forgive everyone everything, you know. Benjamin Netanyahu just come into my mind, this guy in Israel. What a fuckwit. Fancy killing all these people. What a Hitler type person, eh? And he's Jewish. Isn't that bizarre? It's like, look, just like Hitler, I can kill all these innocent fucking people. You cunt. Next. All right. So, love, self, and all creation. That was an emotive response, by the way. I accept that, and I'm not going to judge myself for it. It just come out. Next. Right. I work at a place where people can be fucking stupid. They worry about the minuity of nonsense, yeah? But that's a childish reaction. It's immaturity. It's fear. Everything is fear or love. So, how do we do good stuff? How do we change? Right? Well, language. I did on this post back to this young lady, a young person, I said, I talked about explaining about words, you know, what we speak, how important it is. Thought is everything, but it's the only thing. It's that divine spark, awareness. To be aware is to be present. But where is your presence? Where are you? What do you be? How do you be? Yeah, these are all examples of your nature. What you think, what you say, and what you do, that represents your nature in being. From this, people can work backwards and understand your thought, okay? From this, they can judge whether they want to be close to you or be further away from you. That's all it is. In any moment in time and space, you have the choice to be or not to be. That is the question. Okay? So you can be here now in this moment, or you can, no, I don't want to be here, fuck it. Next, and go somewhere else and do something else. You can do that your whole life and live within the divine stream, just allowing the big G, yeah, the background power that creates your conscious awareness, that unfolds this creativeness of things in front of you to extend awareness of the love, the divine love expressed by the big G, okay? So in this sense, we could say that if you think of, let's just say, all right, so that's G, that's us aware, all right, as one, okay? And then outside here, this infinite space is what we're doing. God power. Consciousness. Super consciousness. Yeah? That's the crack, that's the go, that's where we are. So when, this is the only goal, this is becoming enlightened. Becoming enlightened is when you experience the same awareness, you know, this sensory perception. I'm aware, yeah? Do we have to, no, we don't have to see to be aware, do we? Because I'm still aware now, yeah? In the same way, we can do this within and still see and create. This is how we make impressions on our soul, for want of a better word. Think of the soul as the single spark of individuated being, yeah? And in this sense, we are children, okay? So there's G, and it's like, fire out, pop. There's a spark of divine awareness, the first, okay? Bang, what is it? It's an awareness of the light that's created. And then if we do it once, let's just keep fucking doing it infinitely, limitlessly, because that's what it is. Everything that's created is recreated. Create what you know. Yeah? Interesting, that create what you know. So there is nothing thought, spoken, or done that is not known already. Think about this. Nothing can come here unless it emanates from here. spark, sight, within, and then we project it comes back. The point is that we need to be here. And when we're there, we are everywhere. It's like the idea of, if I close my eyes, I could be anywhere else. And if I focus on it long enough, there's a thing, it's that idea of, if you focus on something long enough in the third dimension until it disappears in front of you, then you've changed the nature of creation from within and expressed it without. There you go. Anyway, so thought is everything, yeah? Because thought is the first spark, it's the only spark, it's the continuing spark. Bash, 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 pulse, pulse, heartbeat, 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 thought, 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 pump, pump, move, move, do, do, I am, you are, we are. Anyway, so, there you go. Oh, fuck. I don't want it to love self and all creation, yeah. So we must, thought is everything, we must think before we can do, we must be before we can do. So, right, let's think about this. Let's, I'll just check the time, it's probably been like 15. Oh, far out, it's 22 minutes. So I'm going to finish up quick then. So think about this, how do you create? What do you be? So, something that we know that acts in a certain way that requires a uniform. A chef, a construction worker, a policeman, a fireman, a lawyer, they act in a certain way based on a perception that they dress to. So they, what do they do? What do they do? What do they do? Oh, well, they become. I become this, and when they become this, they are this, they act in a certain way. Alright, so if you were someone, well, it doesn't matter what you do, you're playing a role. Yeah, it's like playing a game. But when you were little, yeah, it's like cowboys and Indians, doctors and nurses, I don't know, whatever you played. So it's that idea of getting into a role, and it's like, I'm going to be this, and when you are this, you're in a role. But when you choose to be something, then to me, you're going like that. So you're putting yourself there and you're limiting yourself in the sense of what you can do based on your training, okay? So I think it's better to be just free and react to anything and everything. How can you do that? We just do it. Just do it. I mean, if someone was born and they just walked about, you know, like a homeless person, isn't it funny we say homeless, and it straight away it conjures that idea of dirty and grubby and living on the streets, and yet that's an instant judgment, but it's based on a perception of being without something that I consider that I need, because I'm here inside. I have access to ablutional facilities, etc., etc. So, but the truth is that it's like my fridge is fucked at the moment. It's not working properly. I think the pump's gone. Excuse me a minute. And I thought to myself this morning, well, the pump's gone. It's only sort of like heating up this space at the bottom, keeping stuff cool enough to being a fridge. And I thought, well, if I didn't have stuff that I worried about keeping cool, then I wouldn't have to have a fridge. I wouldn't worry about it. And I thought, well, what does that mean? I thought, how can you live like that? And this is the point, isn't it? We've come to a point in time. All right, let's just deal quickly with time. So I'm in this moment now, and I perceive, and I can see myself in the future going to get milk, say, yeah, make a cup of tea. And because of that, I think to myself, oh, that's what time will I go? When will I go? So now I'm breaking up the day, thinking about the opening hours, and I'm responding to all this. If I was living in the divine stream, I'd probably, I might be in a van, say, I could be in a house, I'm not sure. The idea that I want to do from this purpose, this moment, is to continue on sharing truth based on questions and feedback. You know, what do I do about this? This person said this person does this. I want to help. This isn't a glory trail, because we're all the fucking same. You know, this is just sharing truth. There's so much bullshit and bollocks out there. Yeah? How does any notion of manifestation truly help you in the sense of engaging with divine? Well, it doesn't. How does becoming aware of your health and your heart and your happiness in the sense of a tarot reading do you any good in the sense of engaging and living in the divine stream? It doesn't. How does anything apparent currently in this world aid you in becoming engaged and living in the divine stream? Well, not a fucking lot. I wrote Charlie's poem, second book I wrote, and it's all about the complete, total eradication of money. How about that? We could do it in 24 hours as a planet, if everyone agreed. We could just get rid of it all like that. That's fucking crazy. That's scary as shit. Imagine all this, the whole of the world, no one works with money. Because we don't have to, you know. And I mean, how advanced is my perception that I can engage and embrace this? How fearless is it in the sense of others? And I don't say that to show any sense of superiority. It's just that I'm aware, others are aware. There's many people that are aware. Not everyone just voices these things. I do now because it's my choice to engage in this notion of ministry, spiritual work, sharing in truth, for the benefit of all other self and myself, to continue on in my own journey of evolvement, unfolding, growth, realization, awakening, enlightening. Call it what you fucking like, you know? But there is going to come a point in my awareness very soon, and I'll make no bones about this. It's like the idea of there are still things that I'm seeking to achieve as part of my journey. It's that idea of instant healing as well. I heal myself pretty well. I heal myself really well, actually. But I want other self to heal self. I want other self to heal other self. I'm going to get off. This is a big video. All right, it's 29 minutes. Yeah, look. So I can help if you will allow me to help. I can talk you through shit. I'm going to do spiritual guidance / coaching. I'm going to charge for it while we live in this paradigm of money, I suppose. It's that idea of being okay with money. I've never had a problem with money. It's the idea of people suffering through a lack of love shown in the sense of sharing. You know, it's the notion of health. How can you let someone die if they need help? Yeah. So, a lot of work to do. And this is the time. This is the time. Because I'm here saying this. So it's the time. And I'm embracing fully the notion of my own divinity. And we're all the same. Am I a Messiah? No, 100% not. Is anyone a Messiah? No, 100% not. Is anyone going to come ever as a fucking Messiah like Jesus Christ? No, they are fucking not. And if you're the Pope or the head of any fucking church, I don't care who you are. If you're in religion, you are wrong. Understand me. I'll say this again, every religious leader, you need to step down off of your pedestal and become humble again. Okay? Embrace the truth. Share the truth. In the name of the Christ within. This is the beginning of the awakening. I say it.